Good evening, everybody. My name is Luke Contreras. I'm one of the admissions counselors here. I'm coming to you from Colorado State University as part of our RamChat series for students that are looking into what CSU has to offer. Tonight's an exciting opportunity to hear about our academic opportunities here at Colorado State. We have students representing all of our 8 academic colleges that are here to talk to you, answer your questions about what CSU has to offer academically. We're an institution with so many different options. We have 8 academic colleges. We have 72 different majors with 250 programs of study. But the biggest thing about academics here at CSU, it's your passion. So we're going to take the next hour for us to talk with students and learn about their passions, learn about their academic opportunities. For all of you out there in cyberspace that want to ask us questions, hop on to admissions.colostate.edu/ramchat, and you can submit questions on live. That way you can get your questions answered. And then we will also be posting this on YouTube, so if you want to have any follow-up answers, you want to hear about CSU or show your mom and dad how cool this institution might be for you and your future. But once again, we're going to have an opportunity for you to hear from students. First of all, thank you for our student panelists for taking time out of your week before finals to talk with future students and talk about what CSU has to offer. What's going to happen is we're going to go around the different around to the different panelists. They're going to introduce themselves, talk about their major, talk about their academic college, and we're going to hear about all the 8 academic colleges. So to begin, I'm going to send it off to representatives from our College of Engineering and our College of Business, to Evan and Carissa. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carissa Stolen, and I am a senior business management major, specifically, organization and innovation management, and I also have a women's studies minor. I have worked within the College of Business for the past 3.5 years, so I'm pretty well versed in what our college has to offer, and I may be a little biased, but I think it's the best college on campus, and it has a lot of opportunities. For networking, our College of Business is very experiential, so it's very hands-on. A lot of the stuff that any students will be doing within the College of Business is group work. Don't let that intimidate you, because a lot of the group work we do within the College of Business really heightens your abilities to work with other people who are different than you. You really get a chance to integrate a lot of diverse perspectives and ways of thinking, and a lot of times the projects are really extensive, so it's nice to have some support and additional help. And we are very global in the College of Business, and that is intentional just because business is global, so you do have a lot of opportunities in that front. So the College of Business is awesome. We offer about 6 different concentrations. Whatever you're interested in, you'll take a little sample of each when you get here, and then you can kind of figure out what one you like the best, or you can always do 2 concentrations. You can do 3 if you're ambitious, but you may not graduate within 4 years. Me specifically, I work within the undergraduate programs office, and I work in the front office. I work really closely with the advisors on the day-to-day projects, as well as I've been student coordinator of Business Diversity and Leadership Alliance, short for BDLA, for the past 2 years, and that's really centered on diversity and retention initiatives within the College of Business. We act kind of as the student ambassadors for the College of Business. We're not technically called that, but that's what we do. We give tours to prospective students. So if you're ever interested and want to see what the College of Business has to offer, please call our office, and you can set up an appointment individually with one of our academic advisors, and we can kind of give you an overview of what we do in the college. And additionally, with BDLA, we get trained in all of the isms in society, so like racism, sexism, your sexual orientation, ability status, things like that. And we get trained in multicultural education as well as group facilitation, which is awesome. So we can talk to a lot of students on campus about identity work and really bringing awareness to why diversity is so important. And then I'm also a mentor leader and a mentor in our College of Business mentoring program. And so that is a group of 50 students. We have 25 mentors and 25 mentees. And the mentees get paired up with a mentor who is a junior or senior in the College of Business. And they basically help the mentees who are right out of college, or excuse me, right out of high school, coming in, and we help them transition into the College of Business as well as CSU as a whole, because we all know that it can be kind of a different transition coming into college, but it's an awesome one, and so we're just there for support. And as a mentor leader, I help kind of coordinate all aspects of that program. So I'm pretty active in the College of Business. I absolutely love it. I feel like it's very versatile, and I mean, anything you do when you graduate is going to be business in some form. So I think it's a great major, and I'm excited for the questions y'all have tonight.
Awesome. What's up, everyone? My name's Evan Seaman Morgan, and I am in my 4th year in the College of Engineering studying biomedical and mechanical engineering. Part of the pioneer class for the biomedical engineering program here at CSU. It's been an awesome program. Got to have a lot of really cool experiences. I actually worked in 2 research labs on campus, being the cardiovascular and biofluids mechanics lab, and then also our orthopedic bioengineering lab. Did that for 2 years and then kind of wanted to see something new. Had 2 internships with the College of Engineering, well, outside of the College of Engineering, but through the College of Engineering. One with a company called Medtronic and the other one with Rockwell Automation. Been a great time, and I think it speaks a lot about our College of Engineering. We do a lot to get our students out with employers, get them jobs, get them internships, positions, research on campus, but then also off campus as well. So it's been wonderful experience here. Also on campus, some of my involvement, I was one of the founding fathers for the Phi Kappa Theta fraternity, and then I'm a presidential ambassador as well as an ambassador for the College of Engineering. So I as well give tours of the College of Engineering. We do personalized visits, so if you're interested in coming and visiting us, I'd love to give you a tour, and I'm looking forward to answering any questions you have tonight.
Awesome. Thank you, Evan and Carissa. The next group I want to introduce, or that will introduce themselves, are from our 2 biggest colleges on campus, the College of Liberal Arts and the College of Health and Human Sciences. Take it away.
Okay. Hey, everybody. My name is Chloe. I'm part of the College of Health and Human Sciences here at CSU. I actually major in food science and nutrition, a concentration in dietetics. We are, in fact, one of the biggest colleges on campus. We include health and exercise science, multiple food science concentrations, construction management, apparel merchandising and design, education, just a whole lot of spectrums of health and human science, which is basically anything that contributes to the health and well-being of our society. So there's a lot of things to get involved with our college. I am participating in the Dean's Leadership Council, which is amazing. We do a lot of community outreach. Again, we kind of want to contribute to the health and wellness of our society. We work closely with the dean and closely with career advising. I'm also involved with the Food and Fermentation Science Club. We do a lot of fun activities. We just established a Food and Fermentation Science major here at CSU last year. So everything's kind of new and emerging, and it's a fantastic program if you're interested. I'm also the vice president for the No Kid Hungry Club. We promote kid hunger and the issues around that. A lot of social problems that we want to kind of bring to the attention. We have lots of opportunities for involvement no matter where you want to be in our college, but our main objective is just to really bring the community together, support health and wellness, and just, you know, support that healthy lifestyle.
All right, hi guys, I'm Kelsey. I'm with the College of Liberal Arts. I'm actually a journalism and technical communication major, and I'm actually a student from California. So the College of Liberal Arts is actually our biggest college. We have 13 different departments, and I think it's really important to note that everything in our college sets you up for the communication that is necessary in the real world. The communication skills that we teach within the College of Liberal Arts are ones that are crucial to every job you will go into. I have been a part of PRSSA, which is the Public Relations Student Society of America on campus. I am part of RamPR, which is where students team up and come do the public relations side of different clubs on campus. And I just recently produced a newscast. We have a great opportunity here at CSU called CTV. It's our student-run kind of newscast center. So I just had the chance to anchor shows, and there's plenty of opportunity to volunteer there. I've taken plenty of sociology and foreign language classes, and every professor in this department and these departments are awesome, super engaging. The school, even though it's huge, it kind of has that home feel. It's smaller. You can say hi to pretty much any professor you've ever had as you're walking through the hallways. And it's just a really great college to be involved in as part of the CSU experience.
Thanks, guys. And just a side note, I will be leaving us a little bit early.
Awesome. Thank you, Chloe and Kelsey. The next two people I'm going to send it to are people that represent our animal colleges. So I'm going to send them off to the reps that are from our College of Agricultural Sciences and our College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. Take it away, you two.
Hi, my name's Connor Whitaker. I'm a biomedical science major from the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Science. We have a pretty small college here. I think it's the smallest on campus. It's very research-based, and it's very good. If you're not interested in research, for going into either professional school or even preparing you to go out into the real world and work in any kind of biotechnical industry as well. We're composed of 3 different majors. There's microbiology, there's environmental health, and then there's biomedical science. And all 3 of them kind of interact within each other. For the first few years, we're all taking the same classes anyways. And it's because it's so small as well. It's just a nice, tight family of everyone just trying to help each other along, and it's really nice. Right now, I work in a research lab studying cardiopulmonary physiology, and it's a great opportunity to either go into vet school or, for me personally, I'm looking to go into medical school, and it's great at introducing me and anyone else who's involved in research to kind of the different aspects of academia, whether it be through research or other ways to get into a professional school or just learn more about how life works. So it's pretty awesome. And yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Well, hey everybody, my name's Alex Harvey. I am from rural Wisconsin, and I'm in the College of Agricultural Sciences, or the College of Ag as we like to call it. The College of Ag is made up of 5 different departments: Ag, Agricultural and Resource Economics, Bioagricultural Sciences and Pest Management, Horticulture and Landscape Architecture, Soil and Crop Sciences, and then Animal Sciences, which is the department that I'm actually in. I am an animal science major. A couple of things that I do in the college: I am part of the Ag Ambassador Club, I work in an animal nutrition lab, and I'm on the animal welfare judging team, and I actually just got into vet school, so that's pretty great.
Awesome. Thank you, Connor and Alex. For all of you out in cyberspace, thank you for bearing with us. We've had a couple small, tiny glitches, but I think we figured everything out. The next 2 people I'm going to pass it on represent our natural colleges. I'm going to pass it on to reps from our Natural Resources College and our Natural Sciences College. Take it away, you two.
Hey everybody, I'm Hannah. I'm from the College of Natural Sciences. I'm a junior biology major. Some really important things, I guess, about the College of Natural Sciences is that we have 8 different academic departments and then 12 different majors, which is pretty sweet. And then one big thing about CNS is that we really look at science from a foundational perspective. So that means we want to know how, we want to know why things happen. And to go along with that, we also do a lot of really cool undergraduate research. In a lot of my freshman classes, my Bio 101 classes, there were professors saying, hey, we need people to come do research with us. Is anyone available? Which I thought was really cool. And this whole knowledge of how and why goes into a lot of different careers that you can do and a lot of different flexibility in the career path that you choose. Some other cool stuff is we recently just opened up this brand new learning community, which I know a lot about because I work in the dean's office, which, woohoo! Learning community is awesome though. It's a lot of College of Natural Sciences students that want to live together in Laurel Village is what it's called. And downstairs has all these whiteboard walls. I'm kind of insanely jealous, especially now that finals week is coming up. We also have a ton of clubs. I'm in the College of Natural Sciences Ambassadors, so I get to talk to prospective freshmen and incoming freshmen a lot. I also get to do a lot of service events for the dean's office, which is really cool. And I'm in Zoology Club as well, which we do a lot of different volunteer activities at different zoos and then just get to visit and do a lot of behind-the-scenes work, which for me is amazing as a biology major. And then one thing that I think people don't often realize is that just because you're a science major doesn't mean that you just have to do science for the rest of your life. I'm also a Spanish minor, which is really cool. And then College of Natural Sciences lets you do a lot of things other than just your science classes, so I was also able to study abroad in Ecuador, which was one of the most amazing experiences of my life.
My name is Deanna Cox, but most people just call me Dee, and I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm a senior this year. I'll be graduating in May, and I'm a dual major in natural resource management and also journalism and technical communication, trying to blend those two worlds together. And I also have a minor in global environmental sustainability. And so being from the Warner College of Natural Resources, we are the only named college on campus named for Ed Warner. So that's really special to us. And something that's really unique to our college is that we focus on outdoor learning. To study natural resources, you have to go touch natural resources. You have to be out there, and you have to learn something hands-on. To really understand a tree, you have to go see the tree. And so we have some unique opportunities to do that, including a 4-week course up at Pingree Park, which is just a really special part of CSU. That's our mountain campus. So that's a really great part of being a Warner student, is having access to that campus as well. And as Hannah said, she is involved with research, and that's something that's big to our college as well. And I work in a soil ecology laboratory with Dr. Wall in soil biodiversity and ecosystem functioning. That ties into natural resources as well. So through the honors program, I've worked as an undergraduate research assistant there for the last 4 years, which has been a really rewarding experience. And I just finished my thesis, so I'm very happy to be done with that and contribute that to the body of scientific knowledge out there. So, and then following up with undergraduate research is giving students a voice to publish their research as well. And I think that's something that some colleges don't put a lot of emphasis on, is once we have students involved in research, being able to get them into opportunities where they can publish that as well. And so I work for the Journal of Undergraduate Research and Scholarly Excellence, which we have on here on campus as well, and that's an international undergraduate research journal recognized with the Library of Congress. So those are some unique opportunities, and so I'm a huge proponent of undergraduate research and publication. And we are one of the top research institutions in the nation, so when you come here, you get to tap into that network of resources.
Awesome. Thank you to all of our panelists for introducing yourselves and talking a little about what your academic college has to offer. Now it's opportunity to hear from our students, to hear from our prospective students. So we're getting a bunch of questions from across the country. For all of you out in cyberspace, keep submitting them our way. We'd love to help answer any questions that you have about academic opportunities here at Colorado State University. The first question I'm going to send to Chloe, because it's and it's all about, do you all have a sports medicine major? And it's from Ambrosia. Take it away, Chloe.
Hey, Ambrosia. We do. It's actually part of the health and exercise science major. The concentration is sports med. So with that, I really can't tell you a whole lot more besides the fact that we do offer that program for you. There's a lot of opportunity in that. I know there's a lot of health and exercise majors that either go health promotion or sports med. So that's about all I can say about that, but we do have one.
Awesome. Thanks, Chloe. Yeah, we have a fantastic concentration of health and exercise science and sports medicine. Their website is really comprehensive, so I encourage Ambrosia and any sports medicine prospective students to hop on their website and check out what they have to offer. I too was a student here at Colorado State. I studied political science, and I had a couple friends that were really involved in that sports medicine program, and some awesome hands-on learning with even some professional sports teams as well through internship programs. The next question comes from Jordan, and I'm going to take this one. Jordan asks, what are the primary majors that CSU is known for? And Jordan, that's a fantastic question. When people hear Colorado State University right off the bat, they're going to think a lot of our College of Engineering, a lot of our College of Business, our agriculture, being this Ag School of Colorado, veterinary, pre-veterinary tracks through our Ag College, through CVMBS, or a lot of our programs. But I can tell you, as one of the top 60 universities in the country, all of our majors have amazing opportunities for all students. I studied political science, and kind of a major that CSU, and when people hear CSU, they may not be the first major that comes to mind about amazing opportunities, but it did. And all of our majors that these students represent and all of our colleges have amazing opportunities associated with it. But yeah, to answer Jordan's question, we're really known for engineering, business, veterinary, pre-veterinary tracks, agriculture, and programs along those lines. So a lot of cool opportunities for all different students with all different passions to be at Colorado State. This is also a great place to double major if you have multiple passions and opportunities like that. So this next question I'm actually going to send to Deanna. It's about an honors question. So Deanna, Morgan was wondering, how can I get more information on the CSU Honors Program, and what is the program like?
So the CSU Honors Program, of course, the first resource is to go online, and the director of the Honors Program is Dr. Don Michaels, and he's an excellent resource for you to talk to, as well as Diane Burton, who's one of our honors academic advisors. So that would be my first suggestion, and Diane's really great about answering questions, so I'm sure she would help you out. And being in the honors program has been a really rewarding experience as part of my tenure here at CSU. And it was something I knew I wanted to be a part of when I came in as a freshman, and so I did apply to be part of the honors program. I was accepted, and through that I've been given some opportunities to do some other things as well through the Honors Undergraduate Research and Scholars Program, which is part of the Honors Undergraduate Research and Artistry Office. So as I mentioned before, undergraduate research is a huge part of what we do here, and that is linked to the honors program as well. But just strictly speaking about the honors curriculum, we start out with a freshman seminar just to get you used to the idea of being in college and finding out what a first college class is going to be like. And they also pair you with senior mentors who can walk you through the process of building a resume and picking classes and things like that. So it was really helpful to me to be able to have someone kind of guiding me through that process when I first got here. I found that my honor seminars are a lot more engaging than my other classes, and they're more focused on oral speaking and developing your ideas through writing papers and things like that. And they're also much smaller, so you get to know your professor and other students in the curriculum as well. And everyone that I'm living with currently, I've roomed with them since my freshman year, and we all met through the honors program, living in Academic Village. So that was a lot of fun, and you really do build friendships that way too. And so 4 years later, I'm still hanging out with them. So that's another great aspect of it.
Awesome. Thank you, Deanna. So this next question I'm going to throw to Carissa. Hey, Carissa, Thomas was wondering, how does your undergraduate business program prepare you for networking opportunities as compared to maybe some other institutions? And how do business students, particularly maybe in finance, get internship opportunities?
Hi, Thomas. Those are great questions. So I think what sets the College of Business apart is we have our own career management center, and it's only for college business majors, and the entire campus as a whole has a career management center you can use, but just for the college of business majors, they come into classes your first year when you start in the college of business kind of curriculum. They come in and they get you started with resumes, networking. Every single semester we host a career fair, and so each night is kind of devoted to a specific concentration. So one night might be for finance, CIS, and marketing, and then another night's management, real estate, and accounting, or whatever the divvy up. They divvy up both nights, and so you'll have a whole night of working with employers. Employers actually pay to come to campus, and they pay to be at these career fairs, and they want to hire college business majors because they've hired college business majors before, and a lot of times college business majors are kind of their own breed of students. We are very, we kind of have a work hard, play hard kind of culture, so we definitely get our stuff done in class, and we're very motivated and dedicated to do our work, and a lot of employers have hired students, and they want to come back because they have had such high success rates with students there. So there's a lot of opportunities with the Career Management Center. They're networked, and they have tons, over 100 employers that they kind of build, and they're constantly gaining new networks with for internships or career placements afterwards, and so they're great people to meet with, and they're kind of like academic advisors, so you can go in and actually meet with a career counselor in our oh my gosh, I cannot talk. Our Career Management Center, there are career counselors you can go and meet with. Whew, got that out of my breath. So you can go meet with them, and they're awesome, and they can kind of sit you down, talk to you about what your values are, what you want to see in a company, and they can try and help you match like what a good fit would be, and they work you through that entire process of like interviewing and doing a cover letter and a resume and making sure you stand out to that company. Specifically for finance internships, I'm not entirely sure the process for that, but I do know that the Career Management Center would be a great resource to start with, as well as your academic advisor if you're kind of interested in a specific type of finance, because I know we have 4 options in the College of Business depending on what kind of finance you want to go into. Then they can kind of help you out. If you want to do, you know, corporate and investment finance, then they'll be like, oh, these would be some good places to start, and these are some cool local companies, or go to the Career Management Center and talk to them about X, Y, and Z. So I would just say our Career Management Center really sets us apart and really helps get students networked and involved and really start thinking about after college, initially right as you come in as a first-year student or a transfer student into the College of Business, is always stressed that you need to be thinking long-term and thinking about where you want to be after college, and everything we do is to prepare you to be successful in those areas.
Awesome. Thank you, Carissa. The next question I'll take real quick. Jewel was wondering, since CSU doesn't have a teaching major, how can I get into teaching? And Jewel, you are correct. We technically don't have a major in teaching, but we have what we call a teacher licensure program. So what that means is a student can major in what they want to teach. So for students who want to be a history teacher, they would major in history, and then they'd work with our School of Education, which is located in our College of Health and Human Sciences, and get a teacher licensure. So what that means is by the time you graduate in 4 years, you have a degree and a license to teach at a local school, a local high school, middle school. Our teaching does seem to be more of a secondary focus, so kind of the middle and high school range, but you're equally as qualified as any other student to be in there teaching right off the bat. One of my roommates I lived with here at CSU was a math education major, and now he's working at a big-time math high school in the Denver metropolitan area. So yeah, and he did that teacher licensure program. It's an awesome program that we have. So yeah, we have a major plus teacher licensure program for anybody who wants to be a middle or a high school teacher here, as maybe that's your dream down the road. This question I'm going to throw to Kelsey. Kelsey, you kind of have a fun question. Nora was wondering, what is something you love to do at CSU on a daily basis?
Okay, so on a daily basis, let's think. Being from California, I came out here actually kind of looking for the more outdoorsy feel that CSU and kind of the culture around CSU has to offer. So I would say probably just the outdoors life and the hiking and stuff. I take advantage of a lot of that kind of stuff. Horseshoe Rock is a great thing to do on the weekends. I've been up the Cooter Canyon to Gray Rock, things like that. So I would definitely say that if you're looking for something around CSU to do, there's plenty of things to do on a daily basis. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Kelsey. Evan, this question is for you. Emily was wondering, how reputable is CSU's biomedical engineering degree?
Hey, Emily, great question. So with the biomedical engineering degree, and as I mentioned earlier, being part of the Pioneer class, we're actually not accredited through ABET yet. However, with the program, you have to pick a partner major. And so you'll partner with either electrical engineering, chemical engineering, or mechanical engineering. And all of our degrees outside of the biomed program that you would partner within that 5-year program are ABET accredited. So those are very, very credible degrees. From an employer standpoint, the reason that we have that and the reason that we are doing the dual degree is because our Board of Governors, Board of Directors for the biomedical engineering program came to us and said, you know, from an aspect of hiring a student, we want them to have a lot of breadth, but also the depth in a certain area. So that's why we partnered. We are seeing a lot of success with our biomedical engineering students so far through internships, through research labs, also co-ops, and we haven't had any graduates yet. We'll have our first graduates this May. But it's looking very promising from the biomed standpoint. We have some great classes, great research going on, and employers love it so far. So I will say within the near future, we will probably get the ABET accreditation, and so from there you will be getting a degree that's going to be just as reputable as any other degree that you will see anywhere around. And then also just adding to that, we are only one of 2 colleges that offer that dual degree, and the other one is Carnegie Mellon. So employers really like that, and it's looking great for us.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Evan, for answering that question. This next question is kind of a double-part question that I think 3 of us are going to answer. So Michaela was wondering, can I live in Parmalee even though I will be a apparel merchandising major? And I'll take that part. Michaela, yeah, you can live wherever you are potentially wanting to. What happens is that we require that everyone lives on campus their freshman year, but housing is kind of on a first come, first served basis. So if you want to live in Parmalee, my biggest piece of advice would be to fill out the housing application, put Parmalee as your #1 choice, and get it in as soon as you can. That way our housing and dining office can get you assigned there if room is available. But yeah, Michaela, definitely take advantage of Parmalee if that's something you want to live in. Chloe, do you have any things you want to talk about apparel merchandising major?
Yeah, sure. I actually started out here at CSU as an apparel merchandising major, And one of my roommates now is in the program as well. We met freshman year. She absolutely loves it. She's had an amazing time being part of that program. You get to participate in the CSU fashion show, which is an amazing thing where everybody collaborates and they make these fantastic garments, and it's just a really, really great experience. She is actually in London right now studying abroad, and you just get to immerse yourself in fashion and culture and even design. Even though you're not a design student, you still get to be immersed in that. So from what I do know about the program, it's fantastic and it's wonderful and it's a great choice.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chloe. Michaela has a third-part question, and so Kelsey, this one's for you. Michaela was wondering, can you participate in the theater program even though you're not a theater major?
Okay, Michaela. Yes, I believe so. I actually used to work the front desk for the music theater and dance building. I know that there are theater classes that you can take without being the major. As to whether or not you can participate in the theater program, I'm not 100% sure. I do know that, though, that the theater classes that you can take without being a major are very similar to what you do in the theater program. It's just without the stress of actually being a theater major.
Awesome. Thank you, Kelsey. Just to build upon that, if you want to be a part of productions, whether it's in the theater or the band or any performing art, they are open to those kind of majors. Like, for example, I was in the marching band here at CSU. I didn't major in music. 80% of the band is actually non-music majors. So yeah, if you want to be involved in the band or theater, performing arts, things like that, it's all on talent. So if you're the next George Clooney and you want to be in the theater, heck yeah, we'd love to have you audition for our programs here at Colorado State. This question is for Alex with our College of Agricultural Science. Alex, Ashley was wondering what kind of research and hands-on opportunities are available for animal science students?
That is a fantastic question, and I actually have a lot to say about that. I've worked in the animal nutrition lab for 4 years now, and so we do all of the lab work for not only our lab, but also for the meat science lab, which is a highlight in the College of Ag, and then there's also a food safety and microbiology lab. My experiences in the nutrition lab have been like super varied and super awesome. We've done everything from testing for beta agonists like Zilmax, which was in the news a lot recently. We've tested byproducts from biofuel production as potential feedstuffs for animals, and then we also do a lot of work with creating the nutrition facts for like the meat that you actually see in the grocery store. So we're doing some really great, really awesome research, and the great thing about CSU, we have a bunch of different agricultural research bases. So we have a school farm here on campus, and then we also have facilities throughout the entire state of Colorado where we can do research in different climates and settings and with a lot of different options. It's really great. Did you have any specific questions about like a specific area of research?
No, her question was pretty general, and that was an awesome way to respond. I can definitely say that all of our majors have some awesome hands-on learning opportunities. Our next question is coming from Emily. Emily, this question is, I'm going to direct Emily's question toward Hannah. Emily was wondering what kind of internships are for natural sciences students, particularly in the computer science department?
Okay, well, I personally am not really involved in the computer science department. One of my really good friends is a computer science major, and he does a lot of different programming internships, but I'm really not the right person to tell you anything specific. Sorry.
No, that's perfect answer. Thank you so much for taking that, Hannah. I'm actually going to go back to you, Hannah, because a couple students are asking about the living learning community at Laurel Village. Do you mind kind of talking about the opportunities about living in Laurel Village for CNS students?
Okay, sure. So Laurel Village is as I said, the newest residence hall on campus, so it's really cool. It's made up of kind of two main buildings at the moment. There's Pinion Hall, which has the whole first level has classrooms and study areas, and sometimes there'll be faculty there. Some of the gen classes are just in the middle of this residence hall, so you can wake up in the morning and walk down in your pajamas. The other really cool thing about the learning community is that if you want to live there, you actually have to apply. So all of the people who live there really want to live with other science majors. They really want to be there. All of the RAs, residents, assistants, are also College of Natural Sciences students. So you have different peers that can help you in any of your classes. And then they also have some cool just field trips and group activities for College of Natural Sciences freshmen.
Awesome, Hannah. Jason was wondering, he has some friends that are coming to CSU, and he wants to live in Corbett. And he wants to major in something along like biology. Does he have to live in Laurel Village?
Oh, most definitely not. When I was a freshman, I lived in Durward Hall, which, if you guys know anything about any of the residence halls on campus, Durward is one of the towers, so it's 12 stories high. I lived with a ton of different people from all different majors, and it still worked out fine because the College of Natural Sciences has tons of other resources to help you study if you need that. There's all the faculty always have office hours and are super willing to help you out. And then also we have the Tilt building at CSU, which is all kinds of tutoring stuff, and most College of Natural Sciences classes have tutoring sessions with Tilt each week.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hannah, for answering that. Connor, I'm going to send this one to you because you talked about pre-med interest. Quinn was wondering, what should I major in if I want to do pre-med?
There's really no perfect major for going pre-med. Med schools will look at a whole bunch of other things besides major. They look at your GPA, your major that you are doing, but then they also look at what you're involved in while you're at a university, and they're kind of trying to trend towards looking at a little more now and trying to see what are you involved with, what kind of experience do you have in the medical field, whether that's just shadowing doctors or even just kind of volunteering somewhere to kind of get a feel for it. So there's no perfect major. They do recommend just make sure you have the prerequisite classes. You can major in anything. I have a friend that was a business major, and then about halfway through he realized he wanted to go to med school, and so he just made sure he took the prereq classes, and from there he's now a doctor. So there's no perfect major. Personally, I like biomedical science. It's a great one, but any major out there can work for med school.
Awesome. Thank you, Connor. Yeah, just to kind of build off what Connor said, we have what's called pre-health profession advisors, and there are people on campus that work in our advising department that are like, hey, if you want to be a pre-med, if you want to go to med school, we will definitely help you do that. I know medical, like Connor is studying himself, biomed is one of our top pre-med majors. Kaylin had a quick question, and Kaylin was wondering, hey, CSU, I applied 2 weeks ago. When do you think I can hear back? And Kaylin, that's a great question. For as the admissions counselor, I'll answer that. Kaylin, 2 weeks ago, you should be hearing from us very soon. We try to get back to students within 2 to 3 weeks. It is kind of our busy time, being that our first of 2 deadlines passed. So do not worry, we're going to get back to you soon. But if you want to maybe see if you can hear a little bit quicker, please reach out to your admissions counselor. Hop onto admissions.colosstate.edu and get a hold of your admissions counselor. It's based off of where you live. So whether you're an in-state student, just tell us what state you're in, what city you live in, and then if you're an out-of-state student, just what state you call home. And then the next question, I'm going to pass on to Chloe real quick. Chloe, Manuel was wondering, I'm really interested in food, nutrition, and wellness studies. What classes are available, and what are some hands-on learning opportunities?
Hi. There are a ton of classes available for what you're interested in. I would more so go with the fitness classes and definitely some nutrition classes, maybe metabolism classes, but definitely classes that focus on diet and social interactions. So maybe some community nutrition classes and stuff of the like. For the wellness and exercise classes, I can't speak because that's not in my curriculum, but I would definitely look into those. For hands-on experience, I would say get involved with the Student Rec Center. They offer personal training certifications. They offer CPR courses. They also have a massage. They have massage employees that work at the rec center. So that's a really good place to kind of get integrated and get familiar with the people that are kind of involved in the area we want to work with.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chloe. Hey, Evan, I'm going to throw this question to you. So Jack was wondering, is the freshman year of engineering here at CSU intended to be kind of like a weed-out year, or is it kind of a supportive, encouraging year to get you excited about the career in engineering? And what kind of assistance are available for students on their freshman year in the College of Engineering?
Awesome question. Get that one a lot, actually, in the College of Engineering. We do not have any weed-out courses within the College of Engineering. We do have hard classes, however, but there is tremendous help through different realms that you can go to receive and help with those first years. I always recommend students to come talk to us upper-level students. We may be a little intimidating, but we don't bite. Definitely help you out. We've been there. We've been through it. Come chat with us. We'd love to talk. So help-wise, College of Engineering knows it's a difficult major, and because of that, they offer free tutoring Sunday through Thursday for 3 hours every night in the Academic Village Resident Hall, the Academic Village Engineering Resident Hall. So be an upper-level student like myself, and we're there just to help you, kind of give you some help with whatever you need. So I started doing that my second semester, my freshman year, and let me just say my GPA greatly reflected it. So do that right away, get the help. But there's also a lot of resources through professors, through honor fraternities, honor societies, where you'll see free tutoring within the Academic Village in the engineering building frequently. But professor office hours is also a great way to get the help that you need. Our professors are wonderful, very personable. They have generally about 3 hours of office hours per week, and so you can find some time to kind of go in and chat with them. But then also before and after class, they're always willing to help as well. Always a lot of resources. We will never have a weed-out program. We're always here for you. We want to see our students succeed. That's the reason you're here. That's what we want to help you do. So we will do whatever we need to help see you succeed, but you have to put in the work to get there as well. So it's not easy. You put in the work, it's going to work out, and you're going to succeed. Great question.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Evan, for being honest about that and encouraging at the same exact time. This question is for Deanna. Hey, Deanna, Jason was wondering, do all students in the Warner College of Natural Resources have to study at Pingree?
Not all majors do. I know environmental communication, I think, is not required. You might want to check that, though. But for natural resources management, wildlife biology, and forestry, definitely they do need to study at Pingree or some equivalent thereof. For example, in my NRM program, I wasn't able to do a session of Pingree, but I was able to do a class that fulfilled the same requirements at a place called Calwood. And so if you're not able to attend Pingree for whatever reason, for certain majors, there are different programs that you're able to do as well. But Pingree or some equivalent definitely is required for most NR majors.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Connor, Jason was wondering what kind of undergraduate research opportunities are available in the College of Vet Med and Biomedical Sciences?
There's a wide range of research. It's really more dependent on what you are interested in. So if you're very interested in cardiology, there's a whole cardiovascular research center now that's being established. There's a well-established neuroscience research going on at CSU. There's any kind of research that you're interested in, there's odds are it's going on at CSU, and most of the professors are very, very interested in getting undergraduate help and to help undergraduates at the same time. It's a very good opportunity both for the professor to have someone to help them with their research, and at the same time mentor you and kind of grow as a researcher and a student. So it's anywhere you want to go into, there's a good chance someone's researching it here, and they're very interested in undergraduate help.
Awesome, thank you, Connor. I'm going to take the next question. Becca was wondering how easy is it to switch majors? She doesn't really know what she's studying, wants to study. She's kind of bouncing around, and is she still on a 4-year track? And Becca, yes. Let's just talk about this really quickly. Let me preface this whole conversation We want your major to be your passion, and sometimes passion changes when you're in college, and switching majors is actually pretty easy for students to do. It really just involves you kind of maybe doing a little quick reflection on what you really want to do maybe after CSU. We have what's called a career center, so if you have that dream job and you want to know how do I become that dream job, go to the career center. Every one of our colleges has a liaison there that you can kind of sit down, kind of map how you want to get to where you want to be, and then you just go talk to the advisor of your first major, talk about wanting to switch, and then you go talk to the advisor for that new major, and boom, it's really much that simple. If you really are debating about what you want to do, though, we do have an option called Undeclared Exploring. What Undeclared Exploring is, it's for students who really are kind of bouncing around. And I actually came to CSU undeclared. One day I wanted to be president. One day I wanted to work for ESPN. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So I came in Undeclared Exploring, and I got to try out a bunch of classes in a bunch of different areas, and that found my passion for politics. And I graduated in 4 years with 2 degrees. So yeah, if you come in undeclared, you're still on a 4-year track. So don't be intimidated if you're like, well, if I don't know what I want to study, do I need to force yourself to pick a major? No. Don't force yourself to pick a major if you're still trying to decide, because we have what's called Declare by 45, which is a university initiative to have students declared by the time they reached 45 collegiate credits here at Colorado State. So average, that kind of ends up being by the end of your first semester of your sophomore year. So you do have plenty of time to decide. A lot of students come in with a major and change it a lot because, like we said, it's all about your passion here for your major. This question is for Alex. Alex, Emily was wondering, what are some of the clubs and teams in the College of Agriculture? And Bailey wanted just to emphasize that she's really interested in equine. So talk about involvement in the College of Ag, Alex.
Awesome. Well, I'm really glad that you brought up the teams. Our judging teams are one of the really special parts of the College of Agriculture. We have a variety of different judging teams. So if you're interested in equine, we have a horse judging team, and they compete around the nation and actually do really well. And so there's the horse judging team, meat judging team, livestock. I'm on the animal welfare judging team. And so those are some really great opportunities to get involved and compete against other colleges on the national and international level. We also have a ton of different clubs. I'm not even going to try to list them all off because there's so many of them. So I'd highly suggest going on the College of Ag website and taking a look there and seeing if you can find something you're interested. In terms of econ, though, I know we have a lot of really cool clubs. We have a rodeo club that competes. We have a mountain riding club, a polo team that's really competitive as well. So those are just a couple examples of what we've got in the College of Ag.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alex. Hannah, this question is for you. Dylan was wondering, what kind of workload do students have in the College of Natural Sciences who are maybe considering double majoring? Do you happen to know that?
I actually have a lot of friends that are double majors. There are a few that are double majors in one of the languages, some in other different areas. There is definitely a good amount of work in a lot of science classes that kind of comes with the territory. However, there are also so many resources, and you have so many friends that normally it's pretty easy to handle. I'm a minor in Spanish, so it's not exactly a double major, but it's kind of similar. And I'm doing it really easily. I'm going to finish my major my minor this next semester, and then I'm still going to have a whole year left to finish my major. So it's definitely easy, and I also have a ton of extra electives that I'm going to be able to take.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hannah. Kelsey, this one is for you, and I think you're going to really like this question. Kelsey, Sean was wondering, I'm really interested in journalism. What are some on-campus opportunities to gain experience in the journalism department?
Okay, so there's actually a lot of resources to take advantage of. It depends on what you're interested in exactly. So we used to make it mandatory for you to kind of declare concentration within the journalism program, but now you can kind of take a bunch of different classes and kind of get experience in everything you want. So like I mentioned earlier, we have CTV, which is a student-run broadcasting show. We have a radio station called CSU, and we have plenty of clubs, the public relations. We have 2 of those clubs. What I would recommend probably for most people who are going into journalism, and the most popular resource we have is CTV and KCSU, the radio station. For the newscast, you can be an anchor, you can be a reporter, you have the chance to be a reporter for our sports teams, for local businesses. You can conduct interviews, things like that. I'm not as involved in the radio station. I do know that it's one of the best student-ran radio stations in, I know, Colorado. It's it's competitive with Boulder, and we do a great job with that. But like I said, we have tons of resources as far as all that goes. The clubs that we have are really great. I know our public relations club just went to New Belgium, which is a brewery out here, to talk to their public relations specialist, and they go to a bunch of marketing firms and stuff like that. So really, whatever route you decide to take in journalism, we have a resource or some sort of connection opportunity for you to take advantage of.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kelsey. This next question I'm going to actually gear toward two people, Alex and Connor, because it deals with veterinary medicine and the veterinarian tracks. And I think Alex can talk to this a little bit, being that she is a new admit to the College of Veterinary Sciences for post-grad. And then Connor is talking about the biomed route. So for you two, Alicia was wondering, can you describe a few courses that are taken in the pre-vet biomed science department and how they prepare you for veterinarian school?
You want to go first?
Sure, yeah. So there's, I guess, no set pre-vet courses in biomed. You can go the animal route in it, and so there's animal anatomy, and then there's also a few reproduction classes as well that you can take. And everyone I know that has gotten into a vet school that has taken those classes, they say those classes really help in just kind of solidifying their understanding of the various different animals that they will be treating. But I mean, other than just the biomedical classes, there's also some microbiology classes that are offered to the biomedical students as well. Immunology is another big one. Parasitology is another class that is very relevant to vets. And so there's I guess a lot of different options, and all of which prepare you a lot for vet school.
Yeah, actually, Connor's like totally right on. I just got my curriculum, and it's on the vet website, and those are exact classes that you will be taking in vet school. So it's a really good way to get some advanced experience. Within the College of Ag, the animal science department is really like primed to set you up for veterinary school. We focus on the equine and the livestock industries, so it gives you a lot of hands-on large animal experience, and then also prepares you with some industry background. That's something that's not particularly addressed within the veterinary curriculum, so that can prepare you for once you get through vet school. But either way you go, like Connor was saying, there's no one specific major. It's more hitting a series of prerequisites and making sure that you keep your GPA up.
I don't even understand.
Thank you. So as we start wrapping up this RamChat, a lot of students are kind of just wondering one basic question. What's the average day in the life of your academic college? So what we're going to do is we're going to bounce around from each of our panelists, and yeah, just give us a quick snippet about what it's like to be a student in your academic college, a little bit about classes, studying, involvement, stuff along those lines. And we're going to start with Dee and Hannah with our two natural colleges.
So a day in the life of a natural resources student might be a little bit different than the other colleges. But the way my day starts is I bike to school every morning, which is pretty common among a lot of people in our college since we are the outdoorsy college. People tend to do that, and that's a way of life I really appreciate, and it's much more sustainable. So a lot of people start their day off that way. And then in your first couple of years, you'll do some of your bigger lectures, but toward the end of your career here at CSU, you start doing your really major specific classes. And I found that I know a lot of people from year to year, and so you start connecting with people in your class, and when you have to do group projects, you start finding your friends, and you're able to collaborate with them. So maybe usual days, you'll be working on some homework or a group project together. A lot of people like to hang out in our atrium as well, in the Natural Resources Building, and it's a terrible place to do homework because you always find somebody you know, and you'll start talking to them. So I like to go in there and just, you know, if I'm not working on anything too serious, just go in and hang out there because you'll always find a friend that you know, which is something that I've really appreciated about the Natural Resources College. and then you'll hop on your bike and head home. And that's pretty much how things work in our college, I would say.
All right, my day starts out very similarly. I hop on my bike and bike to school. That's another natural sciences thing that a lot of people do, just like the natural resources. I actually start out with work, so I work from 8 to 10 about every day in the College of Natural Sciences Dean's office, and then I head out to my different classes. A few of them are still big lecture classes, however, a lot of them are a lot more specialized, and I have a lot of friends in there, and actually, because I'm a junior, a lot of my friends are in the same classes as me, so I can kind of like walk to classes together with them. Then I personally normally hit up the rec center. I think being healthy is a really important thing and something that's really emphasized in Colorado and at CSU. And then I'll do some research and head home. And then heading home, sometimes I'll do homework and sometimes I'll watch Netflix. I will admit to this.
Awesome. Thank you so much for you two. I'm going to send it to Alex and Connor talking about our animal colleges.
Okay. Average day for me is I normally wake up, and I guess a lot of us in our major kind of need to plan out our day, just kind of figure out everything ballpark-wise and just plan out how long everything will take. So my average day, I normally wake up and I'll ride the bus, or I'll try and bike or something to the gym or the rec center. And after that, I normally work for a little bit in my research lab. Depending on how much time I can either run a gel or crunch some data, depending on what I needed to do. And then I normally have class all day, probably until about 4 or 5. And then after that, I normally just live in the library. Yeah, there's a lot of library time. It's not too bad. It's a very small college again, so all of your friends are always all in the same classes. So you meet up. You'll study a certain class, and you'll switch between different classes. And then even then, sometimes the library isn't the best place to study, just kind of because you're now with a whole bunch of people you know. It's a little hard to really focus on what you're studying sometimes. So then every now and then we'll split up. Some people go home, other people go to other coffee shops around town and just continue studying. And then from towards the end of the day, we normally go home and just relax, watch TV or Netflix or something like that.
Okay, so College of Ag. So a lot of us start our day off by working. We can work in a couple different places, like on campus in a research lab, like the nutrition lab or the food safety lab, or out at the school farm or the equine center. And then we'll head off to class. A lot of our classes are super hands-on. Actually, one of the classes that we like to highlight is nicknamed Live and Dead, because on Monday we'll see the live animals evaluate their carcass quality or make estimates, and then on Friday we'll see the same animals' carcasses and be able to see how close we were with our guesstimates. So, like I said, very hands-on, very animal-oriented. After class, a lot of us have clubs, different clubs and organization. I think everyone in the College of Ag is in some kind of club or activity or judging team, and so we spend a lot of time doing that. And then a lot of us live together. The College of Ag is really a small-town community. It gives you the small-town feel, but still being at CSU with all the big university benefits. So that's one thing I really love about the College of Ag. They're my Ag family.
Thanks, you two. Hey, Kelsey, talk about what it's like to be a student in the College of Liberal Arts.
Hi, guys. So my normal day consists of walking. I live pretty much across the street from campus, so I'll walk to class. And I work in the Dean's Office of Liberal Arts, so I'll work there for a couple hours. And then I will start going to class around 10-ish. And the nice thing about the College of Liberal Arts is no matter where you're walking, you're going to see a professor or classmate or someone that you know. And I think that's what I enjoy most, is just that even though it is such a huge college, you kind of learn to get to know people that are in the classes. And while the classes do start off your freshman year a lot bigger, I think every one of my classes is 10 to 30 people, which is great. So I would go to class, and a lot of our classes also are hands-on. We do a lot of portfolio stuff. We talk with clients. We choose different clients to work with throughout the semesters. And then we also have the newsroom that a lot of classes like to take advantage of. So during your day, you'll probably will either be working with a client or in a newsroom, something like that. Lots of presentations, lots of in front of people type of speeches and things like that. After class, I like to personally go to coffee shops around Fort Collins. There's lots of those around. Put in some earphones and study, write papers. What I have come to notice is that, well, yes, I am a journalism. A lot of the classes within the College of Liberal Arts are based more on paper. So around this time of year, I'm writing papers this whole week, and my finals week is more light. So I would say that just in my normal day, writing a paper a night probably is something to expect. And after that, kind of the same thing. I'll go home, watch Netflix, relax.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And to wrap it up, I'm going to throw it to Evan and Carissa talking about the days and lives of their respective colleges.
Okay, so life in the College of Business, pretty typical, kind of the same thing like everyone else has said. Wake up. I usually have class starting at 8, or I have work starting at 8, so I'm up pretty early, and I live off campus, so it takes me like about 15 minutes to get to school, and I park off campus, so it just takes me a while to walk in there. So start my day off with work and school. I try and schedule my classes back to back just because I do live off campus, so I try and limit how much I'm going to be driving back and forth. So a lot of times I get here at 8 in the morning and I don't leave until about 8 at night just because my days are so packed, whether it's with tons of group projects. Like I said, in the College of Business, there are a lot of group projects going on, and so it's trying to cater to up to 4 people's schedules and making it work in between classes or a little bit later at night. And so whether that's just in our College of Business, kind of in our lobby areas, or if we go to coffee shops and things like that, it just kind of depends on the day. I'm also pretty involved in the College of Business, and like everyone else said, a lot of people are involved when you come in your respective colleges, and so I have group meetings every week. I have an hour meeting with BDLA, I have an hour mentor-leader meeting, and per month I have to meet with my mentee at least 5 hours per month, like I said, and so it just kind of fluctuates in there, maybe going to get dinner with her, going hiking, going down to Old Town, studying, things like that. So. And mentoring program as well as BDLA host a lot of events throughout the semester as well. So usually every single night I'll have an event to go to. This semester I also worked for RAM Events, and that is our CSU campus programming board. And so I usually go to a lot of those kind of events because we do bring a lot of speakers, comedians, dance groups. We host the fall concert every single fall. So there's a lot of events going on that I know about, and I try and encourage my friends to come to as well. So I'll usually spend my nights doing some of those kind of things, supporting some local talent, as well as some bigger talent that I just want to see and participate in. I do a lot of studying, and I try and hang out with friends when I can to try and unwind, but kind of being in the College of Business towards the end of the semester, this week is, the week before finals week is my finals week, and we don't really have tests necessarily. We just do like group presentations that kind of reflect on what we've been doing the entire semester. So a lot of my teams work with a specific client, and we go in and we actually work with a problem that the client is having. It could be someone from Target, or it could be someone local on campus, like we did RAM Events this semester, kind of helping them solve some problems they had. And we go in, work with them, and then we just present our findings basically, and that is our final, and we write a paper about it. So usually it's like during my day I'll outreach to clients, or we'll have group meetings like I said. So, but this week I'm done. Tomorrow I had my last stuff today, my last presentation, so I am pretty much on winter break, so that's exciting.
And for me, I get to campus, put my head down, grab a book, and study all day and don't talk, just play. Engineers always get a bad rap about not being social, and I completely disagree. So my day, start out, go to the rec center, get a good workout in. Go home, shower, get back to campus with a convenient bus that stops right next to my house. Ride the bus to campus, go to class throughout the day, and then usually when I have free time in between classes, I will either be doing homework, working on projects, either in our engineering design studios, which are phenomenal, in the Walter Scott Junior Bioengineering building, which I think is probably the prettiest building on campus, and then also library. We have a lot of great study spaces around. But then it's also very hands-on within the College of Engineering. You're always going to be working on a project. There's always something to be done. So a lot of time spent on working on a project. And then majority of our students do have jobs, whether in the research labs, internships, or just off campus. So a lot of times you will work for a few hours throughout the day, finish up with some homework, and then just kind of unwind with friends at the end. Always end my day by planning the next day. I found that to be a huge help within college, is always that time management, planning skills. Highly recommend it. Get a planner. It's going to save you. And that's kind of the general day.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. Well, that concludes this edition of our RamChat series. For all of you who asked questions that maybe they weren't answered on the air, don't you fret. We're going to have some of our admissions professionals here send you some emails, answer some phone calls if you have any questions. For all the future students out there, keep in mind, work hard, get that, finish this first semester of high school year. Best of luck. And to our panelists, thank you so much for taking time out of your finals preparation, for being here and talking with our future students. Most of all, have a great evening and go Rams. Good night, everybody.